Hello Virgo, and welcome to your reading for the period of time between April 9th and 2024. This is a reading if you are Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising, or have another significant Virgo placement in your chart. If you're new to these readings, welcome. It's good to have you here. And if you're returning, welcome back. I hope this is a good reading for you. This is definitely a very active month that we're looking at astrologically. So I do hope that this reading is helpful. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed, do consider hitting subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss these videos. Leave me a comment if you choose. And I have links to all of my services and my social media in the description box below this video. I read according to the 12 houses of astrology. So I'm going to be interpreting the cards in light of what the meaning is of each house. And the main deck I use is Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche. And then I clarify with a deck. This week I'm going to be using the tarot, and I'm going to be using the Aquarian tarot. And then we will end and sum up with a reading or a card or two from the Essential Oil Oracle. Lately, two of them have been wanting to jump out for people, so that's why I say one or two. Okay, so let's start at the beginning for you. We do have a very active period right now. We have a solar eclipse that is conjunct Chiron, so that definitely deals with where we're wounded. I'm seeing a lot of changes for people in this first house with Aries energy, where there seems to be a lot of changes to our identity, the way that we're seeing things. So definitely a lot of strong energy around that. We have Mercury retrograde, so there may be confusion, miscommunications, people coming back, situations that you're revisiting or trying to correct. There could be travel delays. It's not a good time for electronics, for legal contracts, all of that. You would try to avoid that until after April 25th. Mars is conjunct Saturn this month, and Mars also moves into Aries on April 30th, so there's going to be a lot of strong fiery energy coming in. And on April the 20th, Jupiter and Uranus are conjunct in Taurus, and that may bring some very unexpected stuff with regard to our work and our money and things like that. But this probably with Jupiter, it's going to bring unexpected opportunity for expansion. So a lot of good possible stuff, and also a lot of potentially tumultuous stuff. So let's start at the beginning. The first house, Aries energy, how your personality, how you present yourself to the world, how to see you, and gosh darn it, this is the same thing I got for Leo, okay? You have the 10 of Swords. The cards you have here, I mean, if you see what this card is, this person with the swords in their back, this is literally something that is coming to an end, and this is something that is very final. So this is some aspect of you, your identity, your personality, that you are just done. I have a feeling this is something that maybe you've inherited from somebody else. Maybe this is just a way that you have always been, and maybe you're at a point where you're like, you know what, this is not me, and I'm not going to do this anymore. Okay, there's some aspect of yourself that is coming to a change. Something is ending, but even in spite of how this looks, this ending is usually a relief. It's something that's made us tense, that's made us anxious, that we've carried around for a while, and finally said, you know what, I'm free, I'm done. You have it with the Sirius card, so yeah, this definitely implies the idea that you have been taking the rough with the smooth here. This may be also more of a focus on your physical health right now. You may be thinking more about that. Sirius, so in the first house, also can be about expanding your mind, like doing mental exercise, so to speak, thinking outside the box. This is very strong Aquarian energy, so you may be looking to the future and thinking about things in a new way. Your second house is Taurus energy. This has to do with your finances primarily. Okay, and you've got Temperance with Lotus. So this is a nice combination. This basically just means peaceful continuity with things, keeping things in balance. Temperance can sometimes mean trying to resolve paradoxical opposites, so you can see whether that applies. But generally speaking, these are both cards of peace and harmony. So I feel like things are okay with your money situation, or at least there's something where you can allow yourself to take a mental break from worries about it, certainly. Third house is Gemini energy. This is one of the houses affected by the retrograde. This is about communications, short distance travel. It can have to do with messages of all kinds, self-effort if you're in your own business. It can also have to do with brother-sister relationships. Okay, we have 6 of Pentacles with Top. So now the first thing that jumps into my mind is somebody might be financially supporting a brother, or maybe the brother is supporting them, because this is strong masculine energy here. Does not have to be that at all. In terms of business, this could be, working hard at building something, mastering your craft, building something up. Maybe you are receiving financial support from somebody, or again, maybe you are providing the support to them. In either case, we definitely have this strong Capricorn energy of persistently working at something. and with help either coming in or going out from us. So we may be in a situation where we are providing something for others, and at the same time there's this strong energy of just continuing to persistently work at something. So like I said, that there's one aspect of this having to do with sibling relationships, and that may or may not apply. This is a general reading. I'm giving you all the possible meanings of this house, and so take what applies and leave what doesn't. But this is definitely this idea of building. So if you are in your own business, you may be working very hard at things right now. Maybe you're receiving a little support from someone. Or like I said, you may be receiving messages about things that maybe are requiring you to do a lot of work or to provide support for somebody. Fourth house is Cancer energy. This has to do with home, family, your ancestry, your mother in particular. And we have Three of Pentacles with Anubis. Okay, so Three of Pentacles, once again, we have this idea of building something, building a foundation. We have that over here with Ta. And this could be collaborating with somebody. Maybe you're working with somebody else to build something. But this threes often pertain to things that are new. So whether this is about moving and building something new, whether this is about starting a business at home, that could be. It could also just be a situation where you are, for whatever reason, connected to your own house or to others, where you are working with others on something. We have it with Anubis. So Anubis has to do with protection and with safety. It can also be about navigating through a difficult situation. Sometimes this can mean travel or travel at a distance. So, maybe somebody is thinking about, traveling and maybe building a new home somewhere else. Maybe. That would be a very specific meaning there, not necessarily the case. But Anubis generally has to do with protection. So I don't know, if you've got a home situation where you've got a family member that maybe needs some help and care, maybe that's where you're bringing the support in. Maybe this is the idea of collaborating with others to provide safety and support for someone. Fifth house. This is Leo energy, so creativity, children, love affairs. So we have Urias with the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is fire energy. So this is somebody who could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And this is somebody who's very, very vibrant, very vital, very recognized. Maybe somebody who's very attractive in some way. I don't know. If you're looking for love, this could be a person. It doesn't have to be a woman. Even though it's coming across as a queen, which would be female, it could, the gender doesn't necessarily matter here. There definitely is this idea of this fiery energy or somebody who is very attractive. This could be you being attractive to other people too. But we have it with Urias. So this indicates something that's secret or unexpected. So I don't know. Maybe you have an attraction to somebody and you're kind of keeping it under your hat. Or maybe you are very attractive right now and there's somebody who secretly carries a torch for you, so to speak, that they're interested in you, and it may be something that you find out about very, very unexpectedly. If that's not on the table for you, then again, this could be something connected to a creative project or something. There's definitely this idea of visibility, being seen, being admired. There's a lot of ambition here, a lot of forward movement, like being forward rather than being passive, okay? That's connected very strongly with this card. So you can take it as it applies to your situation. Maybe this does apply to a child situation. If you have an older child, maybe there is somebody who's maybe growing into somebody who's very sort of assertive and ambitious, could be. But whatever it is, there's something connected to this energy here that is going to be coming as a surprise, or that is somehow secret in nature. Like there's an unexpected element to this. So take it as it resonates for you here. Sixth house, this is your own energy, Virgo energy. This is health, healing, worries and anxieties, and can have to do with jobs. So if you're working like a 9-to-5 type job, or just any kind of job where you work for somebody else, that would be covered by this house. Sometimes pets are covered here too. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Rods with Seth. Now when Seth comes up, you always draw a second card. The second card we have here is Pyramid. So looking at this, first of all, this can indicate, this indicates either a delay, problem, or an anxiety. Now, in the health house, maybe there's going to be something where you're nervous about something health-wise. If you are nervous about anything health-wise, I always say definitely go see your doctor. Don't rely on me to say anything about it. And this is certainly not an omen of ill health. I don't want people to look at this and think, oh, this means I'm going to be sick. Like, it doesn't mean that. If you're already sensing that maybe there's something not right, this may be just saying, you have an anxiety about it, good to have it checked out. With Pyramid, we are talking about whatever this situation is, because this could also have to do with problems on the job. This could just be something you're more worried about in general, because remember, this is the house of general worry as well. Or it could be a pet. Maybe there's a pet that is ill or that you're concerned about. But you have it with pyramid. So pyramid seems to indicate a test situation, something that will be all right in the end. When pyramid comes up, this could be a situation where you're anxious and feeling tested. It can also be a situation where there's delays and you're feeling like something is taking too much time, or you have to wait for something to come about. Like there could be a delay. Like maybe, for example, if you're looking for a new job or you've applied for a job, maybe there's a delay in getting a response. There's a lot of possibilities here. We do have it with the Eight of Wands. So yeah, this has to do with swiftness of communication. So it's interesting that was my interpretation there, because Eight of Wands would be about messages coming in very, very quickly, or things happening very quickly. And this is definitely not suggesting something that's happening quickly. So I feel like there's something that you really want to see movement on, and you're not seeing movement on it. But I think what this is saying is that, this is going to take a little time, but when it does move, whatever the situation is, the change is going to happen very quickly. I hesitate to put a time frame on this. I mean, sometimes 8 weeks. Sometimes I usually feel this is like 8 weeks to 2 months, 2 months or something like that. But timing is, take that with a grain of salt. Let's put it that way. But it does feel to me like there's some kind of messages or something coming in very quickly. Maybe this is going to leave you anxious, and maybe this is just something that's going to be resolved with time. Okay, 7th house, this is Libra energy. This has to do with partnerships, marriages. So if you are married, this could have to do with your spouse. If you're not married and looking for marriage, that might be covered here. It also has to do with other kind of legal partnerships, business partnerships, contracts, things like that. Okay, you have the World with the winged disc, so wow. Okay, so if you are interested in somebody, Virgo, and you're not married, okay, the World could indicate somebody at a distance. Okay, the World could be somebody far away. The idea of the World is somebody even from another country, perhaps. There's this idea of something that's far away. This can also indicate just the completion of something, because you have this with the winged disc. So this could be a very successful partner, or it could just be overcoming difficulties with somebody and, like the light shining on something. But to me, like I'm seeing this, if I look down here, if I look at this from a love perspective, okay, or like say you're interested in somebody, you want to know the prospects of being with them or being with them long term, then this might be saying, yeah, maybe there is somebody who's secretly interested in you, and maybe this person is from far away, and maybe this person is very successful, but this is definitely a very good omen for that kind of a relationship. If you are already married or in a kind of a partnership, then this could just simply mean that there's going to be something that's going to come to a successful conclusion between you and your partner. This is not, I don't mean like a divorce or anything like that. I mean something that comes to a successful conclusion, some phase of maybe your life or something that's going to come to an end. Now, interestingly, that's across from the first house. These are opposite houses, and they usually affect each other. You've got the 10 of Swords here. So this could even be a conflict in a marriage or a relationship situation where this is saying, okay, that's going to finally come to a successful end, and you're going to come to some kind of agreement or overcoming a situation. And again, whether this has to do with a marriage or whether this is a business partnership, this is definitely a very good omen for successful completion of something, or again, someone at a distance. And and this is also about successfully overcoming obstacles. So that's very good. 8th house is Scorpio energy. This is transformation. So this is beginnings, endings, and also can have to do with joint finances. Okay, so we have the Emperor with air. So I feel like this is like a time, again, air to me indicates things changing very quickly. And it's funny because you have that down here too. You've got very, very swift changes happening here. And, but again, air would indicate the need to take the broader view of something, to be a little bit more detached and not to be able to look at things from more of a analytical perspective rather than an emotional one. And Emperor kind of implies the same thing. This is more fire energy. This is Aries energy, and I think you've got Sagittarius energy like just opposite it. Yeah, so you've got this energy. The Emperor is definitely about taking charge, being in control, getting control of something, and acting like a leader. So I have a feeling there's going to be changes that are going to be calling upon you to be a leader or to act like a leader in certain situations. 9th house is Sagittarius energy. Sag is about expanding your horizons. It's about higher education and learning. So people may be going back to school or getting another certification or something like that. It can also have to do with religion, philosophy, institutions connected with that, deep thought, thinking about deeper matters, not just superficial stuff. Can also have to do with long distance travel and freedom, and sometimes legal matters as well. So we've got the Four of Pentacles with Hathor. Okay, so as far as long distance travel goes, I know we did see some things connected to travel here potentially, but it does not seem like travel is happening right now, if that's on the table, because Four of Pentacles is about staying put, okay? Kind of staying where you are, not making changes. So I think with regard to expanding your horizons, this may not be something that you're doing right now. Right now, you may just be more focused on getting yourself organized, getting your home organized. Hathor is definitely this energy. This is actually a lot of your energy. It's very strong Virgo energy about, you know, cleaning up, decluttering, and just figuring out where you are right now rather than moving ahead for the time being. 10th house is Capricorn energy. Capricorn is your career, fame, reputation, can also be father energy. Yeah, we've got the Hanged Man and Bast. Now, Bast, of course, indicates wanting to be recognized for what you do, okay? There's a very strong social element to this card. The fact that we have the Three of Pentacles straight across can mean that you're going to be talking to others, networking, collaborating. This is a card of give as you wish to receive, you know, that kind of energy. Wanting to be noticed by people, but also giving other people their due. With the Hangman, though, there's definitely a sense that you may be waiting. There may be kind of a stalemate right now. Maybe you feel stuck on something. Maybe you need to take a new perspective on something. Again, we have the Sirius energy in the first house. So, yeah, it does feel like you are, you know, standing on your head and looking at something differently. But for right now, there may be changes you want to make, but maybe you're waiting or don't feel like you can make them right now. Truthfully, it's probably not a good time to make a lot of decisions right now or do a lot of things because there are big changes that are coming. And with the retrogrades, this is not a great time for moving ahead. This is a better, it's definitely a better time for focusing on your own happiness, certainly, which is another aspect of Bast, psychosomatic healing, and definitely of putting your house in order. So yeah, there does seem to be a lot of obstacles. If I look at it in connection with this, maybe if you're somebody who has been looking at jobs or job opportunities, maybe things have been stuck right now, not going as fast as you want them to. But again, there's this idea that right now maybe you need to focus on your own happiness and so forth. This is saying that your finances are going to be fine. So yeah, that you might just need to work on self-healing, mental healing, and so forth before you are ready to make the sacrifice and move ahead. 11th house is Aquarius energy. This has to do with your friendships. It can have to do with social networks, business networks, also your goals, your hopes and wishes, things you're trying to manifest. And oh wow, we have the Tower with Osiris. Okay, so the Tower can indicate, this is where I said the eclipses bring moments of truth. So this is where yours is. Yours is obviously in the 11th house. So there could be something connected to a goal of yours. Maybe you've had a false belief about something that now has to be torn down or that has to be corrected. This could be something unexpected that comes in. This could be somebody in your friend group, okay? There could be some kind of unexpected tearing down of something or something unexpected happening. This could be, like I said, if this is connected to your goals, this would indicate a restructuring is needed based on truth, okay? Now we have it, again, you have the Sagittarius energy, this Osiris energy. It's also connected to the Emperor. You've got Temperance, Emperor, and then you've got this over here. And this is, yeah, this definitely indicates stability, stable situation, you know, being a leader, having everything under control. So I feel like you do have everything under control right now. I feel like your relationships are stable and everything, but I don't know, there's something here that you are tearing down. Or whatever's happening, whatever this changes that may be happening in the first house, you may be cleaning house on your friendships too. You may decide, hey, there's just certain people I'm not associating with anymore, or maybe, you know, if there's something that's been very toxic to you, maybe you've decided I'm done with that. But then again, with Osiris, there's also something that's very stable here. So maybe it's not so much that. It could just be though that, this also could be a shakeup in the area of your hopes and wishes. You might be saying. You may completely tear down your idea of where you were going and start new. So all of that is possible here. 12th house is Pisces energy, and this has to do with what you're afraid of, what you're in doubt about, maybe the things you don't show to other people. And yeah, you've got Nepethys. You've got the Neptune card in the Neptune house. Nepethys, though, can indicate that you have, you know, psychic insights into something. Okay, this could be you being very, very strongly intuitive. This really indicates a fear. With the Queen of Pentacles, there's really two things going on here. Queen of Pentacles is wanting to be stable and secure and successful and all of that, but not really being there yet and not really knowing what the future holds. So you were worried about stability, and you're also worried about what the future is going to hold. Of course, that's something that we all worry about. And during this time, there's not a whole lot of clarity, so this just may be emphasizing your fears about both of these things. Overall, you have the Sun with the Sphinx. Okay, so the Sun, never fear. Clarity is near. Clarity is going to be coming in for you. The Sun is the happiness card. It's shining down on you. It says everything's good. Definitely look at, be grateful for the things that you have, because you do have a lot of good stuff going for you right now. Yes, there are going to be some shakeups and changes. You may be reevaluating your goals. You may want to move in a different direction. And for that reason, with Sphinx here, Sphinx would indicate staying put for right now. Maybe you don't want to make big changes right now, which is excellent advice for an eclipse plus Mercury retrograde time period. But basically, everything's going to be good, and everything that you need to know is going to be revealed. The Sun shines on things, and it shows you with its light what's been hidden. So what's been clouded and obscured is going to be shown. So now let's do an oracle card reading for you. Let's see what the essential oil oracle has for you. This is for Virgo. Okay. And your essential oil for this time is grapefruit. Okay, and I'll read to you what it says. The little word on the top is nourishment. And the trigger statement is, it's all my fault. The true statement is, I see what I truly need. Your energetic body needs nourishment, so begin to discern physical hunger from spiritual hunger. Cherish your body and the way it supports you. And that's interesting that we have Sirius in the first house, and I was saying something about the body here. Yeah, I think you are in a position here, Virgo, where, well, first of all, yeah, this whole, it's all my fault. No, I mean, you're not at fault for anything. This, whatever you change, whatever mistakes you may have perceived yourself as making, all this is happening to show you where you're really going and what you really need. And the Sun is most definitely shining on you. So definitely focus on taking care of yourself during this time period. There is no rush to move ahead on certain things. That's it for this 2-week period, Virgo. I hope this reading is helpful and has enlightened you in some way. If you did like it, please give me a thumbs up. Get all my terms right. Do subscribe and hit the notification bell if you do want to continue to get these videos and you haven't done so already. I wish you a very safe April, and I will see you next time.